Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. Full frame cameras. They're still selling, albeit I think they're a smaller part of the market share than a lot of the other cameras that are out there, especially DX and even mirrorless now and 1-inch sensor cameras. But they're still selling and we still have some great offerings out there. And begs the question, we get a lot of people writing in wanting to know, well, which full frame camera should I buy? Should I invest in the current system and just get, if I'm Nikon, should I buy the D810? If I'm Sony, should I buy the A7R2? Should I switch? Should I switch over to Canon and get a 5DS or 5DSR with its 50 megapixels? And we've got another reader asking that. We've got Tone Lamb. Hope I'm saying that right. Hey Matt, my name is Tone and I've been shooting with Nikon for a few years now and was wondering what you would recommend as I make the jump to full frame. I'm currently shooting with a Nikon D7000 and I'm looking at either upgrading to the Nikon D750 or the Nikon D810 or completely switching over to Canon. I know that if someone wants to be successful in the industry, they should also start getting into video as well. As far as style of shooting, I shoot mostly portraits with both natural light and studio lighting. Thank you for your time and attention, and I look forward to hearing back from you soon. Respectfully, Tone Lamb. Well, Tone, thank you for your question. Good question. My immediate thought is the D810 is an amazing camera. That's what I would buy. If you're already into the Nikon system and you have some lenses that'll work with it, I would definitely, that's an easy no-brainer. This is a fantastic full-frame camera. It runs right up there with the best of the Sonys and the Canons. There's no need to switch. Now, if you mentioned video, so the D810 is not the best video camera. I mean, mostly because it doesn't do 4K, but it doesn't have a movable screen, doesn't have touchscreen. A lot of things I like in a video camera. You get two options. You can go D810, and you can pick up a pretty good refurb or used one, but you can go that route and then add something like the G7 or the G85 that I'm shooting this with from Panasonic. You can do that very inexpensively with the G7 and a couple of lenses, well under $1,000. That gives you a very nice 4K setup. And then you're good. So you kind of get to straddle two systems. Your other option is you go Sony. You go something like the Sony A7R2, gives you even more resolution at 42 megapixels, does video very well, and opens you up to the whole Sony line. You could have an A6500 in there as a video as well. And then there's Canon. The Canon's a bit of a mixed bag because the only thing you can really shoot with Canon until you get, there's only two right now, right? There's the 5D Mark IV and then there's the 1DX2. Probably the 1DX is way out of your price range, is for most people. The 5D4 is a rather mixed bag because it's a capable photography camera, but it also doesn't run with the rest of them. It's lower resolution at 30. It's not bad, but it doesn't even match the older D810s and certainly comes nowhere close to the Sony A7R2. And then, if you wanted to shoot video, it's a very tricky camera to work with to make the 4K video, in my humble opinion, work for you. You basically got to cross-process, you got to transcode, you end up with huge files, so you need lots of memory. Too much for me. That's why I wouldn't consider buying it. I think it's a bit of a failure. They should have made a decent MP4 codec in there. But that may work for you. I wouldn't suggest it. It's not in my opinion, for me, it doesn't work, and it's not. I don't recommend that to people. I would suggest either going with your current Nikon system, the D810, and if you want to get more into video, then picking up some Panasonics. G7's a great start, very well priced, and you can get inexpensive lenses. Or maybe you want to consider the Sony. The A7R2 gives you a 42 megapixel full frame and opens you up to 4K and some very good video as well. That's the route I would look at going, one of those two. And what do you guys think, though? Do you agree with me? Probably my preference right there, because I love the D810, is to go D810 and add a G7 in. Second preference would be the Sonys. What do you guys think? Which way would you go? Would you do something else altogether? Let us know in the comments below what you think that Tone should do. Let us know what and why, and let's help out Tone make his decision here. Thanks for your question. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com.